Hi. Very good morning, all of you. Good morning, everyone. Ashwin, Anjali, Karthik, Shruti, Tajamal. Very good morning, all of you. How are you all? Everyone, how are you? Good. All of you had your tea, coffee, hot water, juice, breakfast, everything? Nothing is over. Okay, very good, very good. Don't worry. Right, we'll be having everything here. Right. So don't ask me what is that special. So it is RCC special. Okay. So that recipe will be RCC special at materials, right? All types of materials will be getting here. Concrete you will be getting, and water you will be getting, reinforcement you will be getting, right? Cement you will be getting, right? These are the aggregates you will be putting, right? These are the materials you are having. Okay. So you can make which one? This any type of this which one? Right. Lakshmi, good morning. So here, what is that we were discussing, everyone? So this quick concepts of this and PYQs are which one? This RCC only, no? So today will be the last class on these topics, you can say, right? Mostly theoretical part will be last class on these topics, because we have discussed about, we will be completing about this concrete also, then automatically it will be over, right? Because we don't discuss, as I am saying already, we don't discuss to the same extent as the building materials, right? Because building materials in detailed discussion, that each and everything, test and everything will be discussed, but it is RCC na, only for RCC design point of view, which one is useful, at that part only we will discuss here. Okay, clear everyone? So today we may be doing that, we may be finishing it off, and tomorrow what happens now? Tomorrow means Monday we may be doing the questions, you can say, right? After that the design methods, right? Working stress method, limit state method, and all these things will be entering into, right? They Praneeth, Aparna. Yeah, good morning. Gopi, good morning. Yeah, they I have tested actually in that SSC JE na, I am getting SSC, all SSC questions, but SSC JE specific questions I am not getting. Okay, for this aptitude and this reasoning, all SSC questions I am getting, right? Yeah, Pranam to everyone. Okay, so shall I send them, because almost they will be also of the same level. They will be also of the same level you will be having. I am getting RRB JE questions. I am getting SSC all examinations questions, but SSC JE exactly I am not getting, right? It has to be somewhere there, but I don't know where I have kept that PDF. So it is doing hide and seek game with me making. Okay. So quick concepts are which one? This is a PYQs and RCC, read materials and specifications, part 8 we will be discussing. Okay, so all of you, welcome to Unacademy. Let's crack it, right? Everyone is ready to crack, all of you? Everyone is ready to crack, all of you? Everyone get ready to crack, all of you? Right. Here, what is it? Right. Which question I did? Which question? I did not see any question. Okay, I'll check the question. I did not see the question. I'll check it. Okay. Okay. I'll check it and send it. Right. I did not see the question actually. First of all, I did not see that also. Okay. After the class, I'll check it and I'll send you. Don't worry. Answer. Right. So this RP civil is a code you have to use every time. Right. Now these are the toppers in SSC JE, state AE JE. So now you become topper next time, all of you, right? You become topper which one this next time, and get your name here, right? Get your name which one this here, all of you. Okay, right? Are you all ready? Right. Today going to what? Going for a examination. Okay, all the best, right? All the best, all the very best. Deb. Okay, right? All the very best, Deb. Right. So now today will be the last date, right? Today will be the last day for this offer, all of you. So if anybody is willing to start your state AE JE preparation, this is the best time to start, all of you. And from 15th onwards, KP sir will be starting which one? KP sir will be starting environmental engineering, is now. And again from 25th onwards, I will be starting this reasoning and aptitude. Okay, myself only will be taking that reasoning, right? So because it is getting late for you only, na. So because of that reason I am starting that, right, because it is having 50 marks now. Myself only will be starting that reasoning and aptitude. Okay, don't worry, no need to worry, no need to wait further more time. Okay, after surveying is over, 24th surveying will be over now, 25th onwards it will be scheduled. So mostly 20 days it will be scheduled, right? 20 days. Don't worry, all the questions will be your known questions only, right? Whatever you have studied only, but only thing is you have to be patient and you have to keep your mind cool and calm, right? Then you will get the answer for everything automatically. Okay, right. So what is that, this offer will be ending today. So you use RP civil code and try to subscribe, right? Inform all your friends, juniors and everybody also to subscribe using which one, this code. Okay, right. So this is the fee structure you are having now, right? 12 plus 2, 24 plus 4, right? You will be paying this much and this much for this. Okay, right. What is that referral code you have to use, all of you? RP civil is the code you have to use every time. Okay, right. So this is a batch started now, no? Because I am taking the general subject, Amit sir will be taking one technical subject, so that what will happen, so as we promised, the same number of technical subjects will be covered up, right? So you need not worry about it, no? Right. YouTube class I'm running and it is okay getting that it is showing. One second. Okay, so this batch environmental engineering will be started by KP sir at 11 AM and myself will be giving the orientation, right? Last time myself has started the subject, KP sir has given orientation na? So this time it is ulta. Okay, KP sir is starting the subject and myself will be giving the orientation, you can say, right? Yes, Supriya, good morning. So now these are all the subjects taken by me, right? Okay, these are all the subjects taken by me except these building materials, right? These are all the subjects taken by me, and Amit sir will be taking RCC and remaining subjects also I will be taking, right? So SOM and SC engineering mechanics, right? Those subjects myself only will be taking, right? Don't worry, no need to worry about it, right? First I will take engineering mechanics, then SOM I will go for. Okay, so this A also, this junior executive recorded batch will be available, right? Those who are willing to take this also, you can take this all of you, right? So this complete course on the surveying we are doing 5:30 PM to 7:30 PM every day, and this quick concepts and PYQs of this RCC and PSC we are doing. Okay, 8:30 to 9:30 AM every day, right? Now coming to this, yesterday what is that we have seen, if you just remember all of you, that design mix, right? Whenever you are going for this design mix of this concrete, right, our target must be which one? Our target must be which one? Our target must be your characteristic strength, or our target must be your, our target must be characteristic strength, or our target must be which strength, you can say, everyone? Our target must be characteristic strength, or our target must be mean strength, you can say. Our target must be mean strength, na? So that is why you call this mean strength as which one? Target mean strength, right? What is the reason for calling it as a target mean strength? Because we have to target that strength only, right? Whenever you are targeting that only, whenever you are targeting that, then only you can have which one? 5% results will be falling below this FCK, right? Suppose if your target is not FM, if your target is FCK, what will happen? 50% results will fall below this FCK, na? Is it allowed? Is it accepted or it is not accepted? You can say it is not at all accepted, na? It is not at all accepted, right? Like that. Is it clear? Now that is how we have to go for which one? This is a nominal design mix, you can say. But sometimes what will happen when you go to the field, whenever you are going to the field, if you just observe, they will be doing this kind of this mixed design and selecting the proportion of this cement, fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. Have you observed any time? Have you observed any time? They will be doing this much amount of this mixed design, referring the IS 486 codes, referring IS 383 and all these codes, right? Mixed design codes, referring all these codes they are doing, or directly they are mixing and doing it. Directly that which one is that fellow who is executing the work, right, supervisor, he will just say that okay, so one bowl of this much, two bowls of that, and three bowls of this much, right? They will be just doing it directly, right? So they will be just prefer doing which one, this one or this one mostly. Okay, 1 2 4 or 1 5 3, is not? So 1.53, right? What is that actually? You can say, if you just observe, that is actually a nominal mix they are doing, right? So a nominal mix means, are we testing the cement Design mix, if you wanted to do na, you have to test the properties of this cement, you have to test the properties of this fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, then we have to go for, right? But here we don't test the coarse aggregate, fine aggregate, cement properties, directly we'll just propose this mix, right? So that mix is called as, which one? This is a nominal mix, right? Nominal mix proportion of cement concrete for various grades, right? And for which grades only it is allowed, you can say, that is M5 to which one? This M25 it is allowed, right? M5 to this M25 only allowed, you can say, right? But what we can do, M20 and M25 we can do design mix also, right? Both nominal mix we can do as well as this design mix we can do, right? If you wanted to have perfection, right? It is depending upon your requirement, you can say. Now what is that? M10, how much it will be if you just observe? What is the M10 grade? 1:3:6 na? So what is that, you can say? This is cementist, fine aggregatist, coarse aggregate values. Yes, now first one is cement, next one is fine aggregate, next one is your coarse aggregate, you can say. Is now right? Is it clear? Now, so this one is what? 1:2:4. If you just observe it, 1:2:4. That is also cementist, fine aggregatist, coarse aggregate, right? Everywhere it is like that only. M15 1:4, M20 1:1.53, M25 1:1:2, right? Now, suppose if you are not getting this suddenly, how to remember this, anyone? Did you observe this? Approximately that fine aggregate value will be how much? Always cement will be what? Always, what is that, you can say, that cement proportion you take it as 1, and what is that, you can say, coarse aggregate proportion will be equal to the 2 times that fine aggregate proportion, isn't it? This is 3:6:2:4, 1.53, 1:2. Is not? Is that clear, everyone? So this is valid up to, so always it is like that. Which one? Cement proportion will take it as 1, and cement proportion will take it as 1, and what is that, you can say, coarse aggregate equal to that 2 times that fine aggregate we are taking, right? Coarse aggregate is equal to that 2 times that fine aggregate we are taking, right? Is now right? Now how can you remember for the others, you can say how can you remember these values of fine aggregate? If you remember the fine aggregate value, you can get the coarse aggregate value now, just doubling that. Cement always 1, right? Is now how to remember this fine aggregate value, everyone? If you just observe that fine aggregate proportion will be equal to which one? That fine aggregate proportion will be equal to which one, you can say, all of you, everyone? 30 by this FCK. Simply you can remember like this. Is not? Simply you can remember like this, right? 30 by FCK, right? If it is M10 na, so that is 30 divided by this FCK is nothing but your 10 na, so 30 by this 10 it is 3. So this is M15 na, so 30 by 15 it will come to, right? M20 na, right? What it will become, you can say, so 30 by this 20, 1.5 will come, right? So but for this it will come like that. It is applicable, this formula is applicable for this M25, or it is not applicable for this M25, right? It is applicable for which one? This is shortcut formula is applicable for which one? This lesser than or equal to that M20 only, right? Up to M20 only you can apply, okay? Because in the examination also they will be asking mostly M20 only, right? Up to M20 only. Suppose if it is M5, whenever it is M5, what is it? 1 is to how much it comes to be? 1 is to how much it comes to be? Tell me, all of you. According to this short formula, right? What is it? 1 is to fine aggregate value will be how much? 30 by this 5. What is it? 30 by this 5, everyone? What is it? 30 by this 5, all of you? Hello? Nominal mix means we'll just define the properties, we'll just define the proportion without doing any calculations, right? So 1 is to which one? This 30 by this 5 will be 6 na. Whenever fine aggregate is 6, right? What is the coarse aggregate comes to be 12 na. And similarly for this M7.5, why I am giving for M5 and M7.5 is for these also questions are asked, right? What is it, you can say, that is 1 is to how much, you can say, 30 by this 7.5 is what? Is it not 4? 30 by this 7.5, how much it comes to be? Fine aggregate value will be 30 by this FCK, coarse aggregate will be 2 times fine aggregate, cement you can take 1. So yes, now you can apply this and you can remember this proportions, right? Yeah, see here, yeah, what is that, you can say? You can answer this also, right? You can answer this also, right? Nearby, okay? Shruti, that is shortcut formula means it is not exact formula. Whenever we are giving one shortcut formula means it will be the exact formula, it is approximate formula, you can say. It is approximate formula only, right? It is approximate formula only, right? In the options, whichever is nearby, you select, right? If 1, 6 to 12 is there, you select that, or 1, 5, 10 is there nearby, you select that, okay? To get this fine aggregate nearby, we are using this, okay? Don't worry. What is that? M7.5, you can say 1, 4, how much? 8, is not 1, 4, 8 like that, okay? So you remember this formula and you get this, right? You remember this formula and you get this value of this fine aggregate, you can say, right? So clear everyone? Rajpreet, good morning. Clear everyone, all of you? Once clear, noted, or once noted, tell me, we'll try to move on to the next. 30 by FCK, you remember, right? Up to M20 only, this formula is a short formula is applicable, okay? So that based on this formula, you can apply these values easily. So that you need not mug up these values, no? Nominal mix proportions means, right? Nominal mix proportions means, what is it you can say? It is the mixed proportion of materials given without any mixed design process. Yes, na? That is not until. Once clear noted or once noted, tell me. Ali, good morning. Done everyone? Workability of concrete, right? What is the workability of concrete, you can say? Workability is the property, workability and durability we'll discuss, and with that concrete gets over, okay? Workability also we don't discuss that much deep as that of building materials, right? We'll just discuss what is which kind of exposure, because in the question they have given, so it is the construction will be under which one? This is a severe exposure condition, moderate exposure condition. You should know what is moderate, what is severe, right? Based on that only you will be selecting which one. This is minimum water cement ratio. Based on that only you will be deciding a minimum grade of this concrete. So that is the design parameter only. No, this is related to this design only. That is why we are discussing this workability also little bit, not in detail. So if 100% workability is there, we are discussing only 20% of this corresponding to workability, okay, which is useful in the designs, okay, not for all. Workability is a property of concrete by virtue of which it can be easily mixed, it can be easily transported, it can be easily placed, and it can be easily compacted, and it can be easily finished on the surfaces, right? Like that. It is a property of workability, right? So how much easily you can mixing the ingredients, how much easily you can be able to transport the ingredients, how much easily you can place the ingredients, how much easily you can compact them, how much easily you can finish the surfaces, right? That is workability, right? Is not. So more easily you can do these operations means more workability. So it is difficult to do all these operations means less workability. Is it clear everyone? If you can do all these operations in a larger extent, easily you can do these operations, more workability. You cannot do these operations easily, it is difficult for you to do these operations, it is less workable. Okay, clear? So once note down and tell me all of you. So there are various tests you will be having for testing the workability: slump, compact factor, right? VB, sorry, not VB. So various operators you are having, na? Yes or no? Mainly IS 486 is recommending which test results, you can say that a T table test will be there, is na? That is for actually super plasticizers we are having. For normal concrete, which one is accepted? Only that slump test and this compaction factor test values are accepted by which one? This IS 486. Now coming to this, whenever workability you are having, which one? Na? So workability you are having, right, where we have to maintain which kind of workability, right? So now you understand why we are going with the workability, because in these constructions we have to maintain this much amount of workability. That is how we have to make the mix, right? So because whenever you are going for this kind of construction, our mixed design and our concrete and every property must be corresponding to this, na? So whenever it is a precast paving slabs, na, extremely low workability is sufficient, right? Extremely low workability kind of mix is preferred, right? Consistency, moist earth, right? Similar to that of your moist earth, you will be having this, right? So moist earth means earth, if it is just having some water, how it looks like, this also will be having workability like this, right? So there is no slump value defined for this, right? So there is a class 7.1.1, somewhere it is there. Yes, class 7.1.1 in this only. After this class 7, giving the definition 7.1.1, there is a statement given. What is the statement given? For extremely low workability conditions of concrete, so slump will not give correct results, so it is better compaction factor will be referred, right? It is better compaction factor will be referred, right? So that is a statement given actually, right? You can follow that statement. So here slump 0 means slump value is not considered, right? It is which one? This is not applicable or this is not considered, right? VB degree, how much you can say it is greater than 20 seconds? No? Is no? Greater than 20 seconds or not? Do you remember that what is that VB test? First we'll be taking a cylinder. Is not? Do you remember that VB test? We'll be taking a cylinder, and what we'll do? First we'll place the cone here. Is not? We'll place the cone here and we'll be filling the concrete. Everyone, do you remember? We'll be filling the concrete, and this this cone, slump cone, frustum of cone, that slump cone will be taken outside and will start vibrating, right? Whenever we start vibrating, that cone shape will become which one? This flat. Within how much time it will become flat? It will take the cylindrical shape from this frustum of cone shape. That time is called as your workable. That time is representation of this workability. Is it clear? More time it is taking means less workability. Less time it is taking for converting this cylindrical shape to this cone shape to this cylindrical shape. Less time it is taking means more workability. More time it is taking less workability. Less time it is taking more workability. Isn't it? Have you done this experiment? VB test, everyone. In your concrete lab, VB test have you done? Okay, don't worry. KP sir will be explaining all these things. If you're not done also, no problem. KP sir will be explaining in your BMCP class, na? Yes, no, don't worry. So very low workability. It is very dry conditions, right? 0.25 is the slump value. 0.7 to 0.8 is a compaction factor. 12 to 20 seconds is a VB value. Where it will be used? Roads with power vibrators we have to use, right? Whenever it is very dry condition, right, power vibrators only we have to use to make it which one? This finish. Low workability, it is a dry conditions. 25 to 50 millimeter is the slump value. 0.8 to which one? This 0.85 is a compaction factor, right? 6 to 12 seconds is that VB value, right? So where we have to use this low workability? Mass concreting, light reinforced section, and roads with hand vibrator. Roads with power vibrator, very low workability is also okay. Roads with hand vibrator, low workability wala we have to use. Isn't it? Medium workability means the conditions looks like plastic. 50 to 100 slump value, 0.85 to 0.95 compaction factor, 3 to 6 seconds is the VB value. So where we have to use it? Flat slabs, heavily reinforced concrete section. So RCC sections with manual vibrator we have to use them. Isn't it? Very high workability, semi-fluid, right? It looks like a fluid, right? So whenever you are taking chocolate, isn't it? So the chocolate if you are taking, and sorry, ice cream or chocolate, whatever it is you are taking, and you forgot to you have brought it from this Swiggy, you are taken from this Swiggy delivery boy or Zomato delivery boy, and you forgot to keep it in the refrigerator, right? After half an hour, if you observe how it looks like, some solid, some liquid will be there, that is semi-fluid condition, you can say, right? 100 to 175 slump value, 0.95 to 1 is the compaction factor. 100% compaction will be happening, right? This is which one? 0 to 3 seconds will be the VB. 0 means yes, can be 0. What is the meaning of this 0? You keep this cone and fill it, and you immediately after lifting it, it will take that cylinder shape, right? That is 0. RCC with the congested reinforcement cannot be vibrated, right? So where vibrations are not possible, very much congested reinforcement is there. So concrete has to move to these locations on its own. Then in that case, very much high amount of workability is required. So that concrete only will be moving on its own, right? Like that. Is that clear, everyone? Which degree of workability concrete is recommended in which applications of your structures? Is not? Compaction factor. Okay. Here, what is the compaction factor? Is it? Do you remember that test, compaction factor test? Right? This kind of this three things you are having. Right? Have you observed this? So we'll be having a cylinder finally. Right? First, what we'll do? First, we'll bring our concrete here. After it is completely filled, we'll just open this, and then it will fill this portion, right? Yes, na? Once it is completely filled, right, we'll open this cap also, right? It will be falling from here, right? It will be filling. I think only two are there, na? Two cones are there, one cylinder will be there. Okay, yeah, two cones are there, one cylinder will be there, right? So then again, if you remove it properly, na, yes or no? So what is that you can say, right? You will be calculating this, right? You will be so here it will be, here what will happen, you can say, here it will be occupying this cylinder, right? Why? What is happening when it is traveling from that place to this place? Initial volume you take, right? In the cylinder, na, initially you just mix the concrete and you just fill it and you do this tampering, that's it, right? And you calculate the volume, right, up to which you calculate this volume. Then after that what happens, you do this operation and now you observe, so volumes will be same or different now? The heights of filling will be same or different? Heights of filling will be different, na? So that ratio of this heights of filling will be compaction. Okay, the ratio of this heights of filling will be compaction. Actually volume we have to calculate, because diameters if you take same, na, diameter if you take same, heights of filling only you can compare, that is the ratio of these two, compaction factor. Okay, so detailed discussion will be done in the building materials, don't worry. Okay, don't worry. Alright, clear everyone? These things are noted, but here RCC point of view, which one is required? Which degree of workability is recommended for which type of structure? That is important for us. Okay, how to do this test, and these are all not important for RCC. Okay, which structure, which workability is recommended, that is only. Okay, and what is the recommended value of this workability, that's it. The building material we will test, what are the different tests we are having, right? We will identify the workability, and that in RCC what we will do, that workability concrete can be used in which kind of a structure construction, right? That is only. Okay, Hindi भी use करना है क्या? Okay, okay, okay. Yes, semi-fluid means what? So some fluid, it does not look like fluid fully, it does not look like solid fluid fully, it is combination, right? Yes, it is possible. Whenever very high water cement ratio if you take, ज़्यादा water use करे तो possible हो जाएगा ना ऐसा, definitely. If you use more water, definitely it will be possible. Okay, if you use more water, definitely it will be possible, you can say, yes, na? I told you that example, right? That ice cream you have ordered online Swiggy, right? Yes, it will fall, it will fall, that is what, yeah, means, yeah, that is only required, na? That is only required, na? High workability is required, it has to move on its own, it has to move on its own, अपने आप चलना है, it has to move on its own, it has to move on its own means that should be having more water, definitely, na? Yes, definitely, it will be falling, it will be falling, yes. That is only required for this, right? RCC with congested reinforcement is there, so even if you vibrators cannot be applicable, then vibrators cannot be applicable. When vibrators cannot be applicable, right, what happens, you can say concrete has to move on its own, right? Concrete has to move on its own. Yeah. Concrete has to move on its own, right? When concrete has to move on its own means immediately when you take off, this corona, it will be falling suddenly, na? So no, that is what. Yes, compared to others, height is very much higher. That is only we want. That is only we want, Shruti, for that construction. Okay. For this type of construction, this kind of workable concrete we have to use. Concrete with these conditions we have to use it. Okay. That only we require whenever this condition is there. Okay, clear everyone? Clear? Once clear, no doubt. Once noted, tell me. More water content बोले तो more slump value मिल जाएगा ना, definitely. If you add more water content, more slump will be available, definitely. I said in English also. That is why I am saying in English also. Okay, don't worry. You have to have some patience a little bit. Okay. Don't worry. You should forget about Hindi, right? If I am using Hindi words now, forget about that. He is not talking to us. Done everyone? See, sorry and thanks are very precious words, right? Don't use them very frequently, okay? Right, Kalyan, good morning. Done everyone? So clear all of you which kind of workability concrete where we have to use? Note and tell me. Done others also? Right. So those who are willing to enroll for this batch now, you just enroll for this batch all of you. Those who are actually Amit sir also has to come here. Okay. We forgot to incorporate this. Okay, sorry. So this is batch B, civil batch B will be starting right from 15th August. Okay, from 15th August, and KP sir will be starting environmental engineering. Okay, right. Now so here your structure will be constructed in a fully safe environmental conditions, or it is having different exposure conditions, you can say. Structure will be having safe conditions always, or it will be having different exposure conditions at different locations of your place, different locations. Suppose if you are in Chennai, the coastal area, one type of exposure. If you are in Rajasthan, one type of exposure. If you are in Delhi, one type of exposure, right? More pollution wala. If you are in Mumbai, one type of exposure, right? If you are in Nagpur, one type of exposure, right? Like that. Different places will have which one? This is different types of these exposure conditions ना, isn't it? अलग अलग places में अलग अलग exposures मिलता है ना हमको structure के लिए. So in that case, durability of the structure will be same always, or it will not be same always. When structure is exposed to different conditions at different locations, the durability of the structure will be same in all the conditions, or it is different in different conditions. Tell me. No answer. Nobody is willing to talk to me. Right, different conditions, right? Different conditions will be having which one? Different conditions will be having which one? This is a different exposure. Whenever different exposure conditions are there, automatically that durability will be different now. So suppose if it is not that much exposed to environmental conditions, environmental effect is very lesser, then it will durable for a long time now. Suppose very severe extreme exposure conditions are there, chemical attack will be there every day on your RCC structure, right? With ultratech cement you have constructed your structure, but a chemical attack is there, severe hazardous chemical attack is there every day, then it will sustain for more time or less time? It will sustain for this less time only, no? Like that. Durability changes as per the exposure conditions, right? So these are the different environmental exposure environment. Mild exposure, right? What is a mild exposure? Mild means what? It is exposed first of all, or it is not at all exposed first of all, you can say. Concrete surface is protected, means not at all exposed. Okay, this is against weather. Concrete surface is protected against the weather or against the aggressive conditions, except those situated in coastal area. Other than coastal area, right? Other than coastal area, in other areas, concrete surface is protected, right, from the weather conditions. Then you can say that it is not exposed to environmental conditions, or you can also say mild exposure condition. Clear everyone? What is the meaning of this mild exposure condition? No. Moderate exposure condition. What is it? Moderate. Concrete surface is sheltered from severe rain or freezing and will sweat. Now, severe rain and freezing and will sweat only it is protected, but concrete exposed to condensation and this rain. Normal condensation and rain it is possible, but severe rain it is protected. Concrete continuously underwater. Not underwater means it is a river, na? Under river structure, pond structure, lake structures, right? Concrete in contact or buried under which one? This is a non-aggressive soil or this groundwater. So this concrete is in contact with the soil, contact with the water, groundwater, but these are non-aggressive soil and non-aggressive water. Concrete surfaces sheltered from saturated salt air in the coastal area. So if it is protected from this saturated salt, and the only exposed to which one? This is rain and condensation. Remaining all are which one? This is protected. It is protected from the severe rain, freezing and will sweat, and it is protected from this aggressive environment. It is protected from this saturated salts. But which one is allowed? You can say condensation and this rain is allowed, and concrete is underwater allowed, right? For these exposure conditions, you give the name as moderate. Is that clear? The difference between this mild and moderate, everyone? The dosage we are little bit increasing from this mild to moderate, na everyone? Dosage we are increasing from mild to moderate, or not all of you? The dosage we are increasing from this mild to moderate, you can say, right? Now what is the severe exposure condition? So there it is protected from this severe rain, but here it is the concrete surface exposed to the severe rain, alternate wetting and drying, or occasional freezing will sweat, or severe condensation, right? So it is exposed to all these kind of things, right? Severe condensation, severe rain, and freezing and will sweat, right? Next, concrete completely immersed in a seawater is also which one? Severe exposure condition, but moderate, protected from this saturated salt in the coastal area. You have to be careful, right? So they are immersed in the normal water in case of moderate, na, but here in severe, immersed in the sea water. Concrete exposed to coastal environment, that is your which one? This is severe. Okay. Next, very severe. When you can say it is very severe condition, concrete exposed to sea water spray, corrosive fumes, or severe freezing conditions and will sweat, right? So moderate, no freezing and will sweat. Severe, what is that you can say? Occasional freezing and will sweat are possible. Very severe, what is that you can say? Severe freezing and will sweat are there, right? Yes, now you have to be careful. Concrete in contact with or buried under aggressive subsoil or this groundwater. Yes, now it is in contact with this aggressive soil or aggressive which one? This is groundwater, you can say. Is not that clear? Extreme conditions. What is the extreme conditions? Surface of these members in the tidal zone, right? Surface of members in the tidal zone. So whenever tides are there and you on your structure the tides are falling, then you can say it is extreme condition, right? Members in direct contact with liquid aggressive chemicals, right? So whenever these structures are in direct contact with which one? Liquid or this is solid aggressive chemicals, you can say, right? Like that. Is that clear, everyone? The difference between this, the difference and similarities between the various exposure conditions, all of you? Is that clear, everyone? Right? Yeah. So what is the meaning of this freezing if you just observe, all of you? What is the meaning of this freezing if you just observe? What is the meaning of this freezing, you can say? What is the freezing, you can say? Freezing means what? Freezing means what? Hello. First of all, what is the meaning of this freezing? Somebody. No, don't know about the freezing, right? Freezing is nothing but your which one this that liquid will be converted to which one, this liquid will be converted to which one, this is solid, right? Water will be converted to which one, this ice na. Water will be converted to this ice na. Water will be converted to this ice na. Whatever the water present in this voids of this concrete is na, right? Now okay, but what is that will sweat means? Always it is under the wet condition, whether it is rain or no rain, whether rain is there or no rain is there, always it is under which one, this 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 wet condition only, that is will sweat. Okay, now you understood what is the meaning of this will sweat? Always under wet condition. Generally whenever a rain comes it will become wet, but before, even without a rain also, that is in the wet condition, right? That is called as your will sweat condition. Got it? Got it? What is the meaning of this will sweat? Right. Always under wet. The meaning is always under wet. Note and tell me this one is. Note and tell me. Clear everyone? These exposure conditions, all of you? Yes, these are noted. Tell me everyone. Done everyone? Right? So this is also the same thing, you can say, right? This is also the same thing, right? Expected, so that is in a simple words, right? So whatever it is, exactly point to point mention. Now here, so under this different exposure conditions, right, what we need to do, we have to use these different things. Nice, or no? What is that? So this table is also very important. How many questions are asked from this, you don't know, right? Many questions are asked from this, right? Whenever it is a plain cement concrete, and if it is which one, this is a reinforced cement concrete, right? Plain cement concrete, and which one, reinforced cement concrete, right? So what is the exposure conditions? Mild, moderate, severe, very severe, and this extreme, right? So just now we have seen now what is that mild, moderate, severe, very severe, extreme. Minimum cement content, right? What is the minimum cement content? This much we have to maintain: 220, 240, 240, 260, 280 kg per meter cube. Means for 1 meter cube of concrete, this much minimum cement content we have to maintain, and we have to check it whether you are getting this or not. Maximum free water cement ratio. Maximum water cement ratio means we should not cross these values: 0.6, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 5.4. And minimum grade of this concrete, mild exposure, there is anything you can use, right? There is nothing specified by IS 486. Moderate M15, severe M20, very severe M20, and extreme it is M25, right? Means nothing is specified, means anything you can use, right? There is no issue. Anything you can use. Not specified, dash is given, or not specified means anything, any grade is okay. Okay, even M5 also you can use, no problem. And this reinforced concrete, cement concrete, these values are very important to be remembered. Even if you remember PCC values or not, it does not matter, but RCC values you have to remember definitely, right? Because definitely questions will come from this. Minimum cement content 300, 300, 320, 340, 360 kg per meter cube, right? Maximum free water cement ratio 0.55, 0.5, 0.45, 0.45, and 0.4. And these are the grades of this concrete: M20, M25, M30, M35, and M40, right? You know which question is repeated many times? This M30 wala severe exposure condition wala question repeated for which one? This how many times I don't know, right? But that many times it is repeated, you can't even count. Many examinations, many times they have repeated this question, right? Severe exposure condition, what is the minimum grade of concrete? What is the minimum grade of concrete for severe exposure conditions, everyone? M30. Okay, so minimum grade of concrete recommended in coastal areas, right? Which one? Coastal areas also, which one? This is severe na, M30, right? That is a question asked, same question asked for many number of times. You observe the PYQs, then you will be getting idea how many times it is asked. Okay, so once again tell me, just note it and tell me everyone. These values you have to remember definitely. The severe value you have to remember compulsorily. Others are asked very less number of times, but this severe is asked for many number of times. Okay, note and tell me everyone. Note and tell me everyone this one. See how to remember this, right? So start with 0.55 and reduce 0.5 value, 0.05 value. Here to here also reduce 0.05 value. So here to here also reduce 0.05 value, right? But these two values are exactly same, right? Here how can you remember which two values are same? Here severe comes, here severe comes, right? The conditions which are having severe terms are having same water cement ratio, same maximum water cement ratio. Now tell me, remembering these values will become easy or difficult now? Water cement ratios also. Maximum water cement ratio values remembering will become easier now. That also will become easy now, na? Yes or no? You remember this value 0.55 reduce by 0.05 every time. Okay, and two values are same. Which two values are same? Which are having a severe in their terminology. That's it. Okay. Severe, very severe. Both are only having that severe na. Where exposure conditions looks the same, there you take water cement ratio, maximum limit also same. Then you can remember easily. Yes, na? So this also what you do, M20, you remember this first, increase 5, increase 5, increase 5, increase 5 simply. Now grades also you can remember easily or not? Grades also you can remember easily. Water cement ratios you can remember easily and grades also you can remember easily. First one you remember, others you increase by 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That's it. Instead of simply mugging up, you can just remember like that na. Noted everyone? Shall I move forward? Right. Okay, here if we just observe, right, according to this table 16 of the size 46, what is it you can say? Nominal cover to meet the durability requirements, right? To meet the durability requirements, we have to maintain this cover, na? Is or no? Whenever this surface is exposed to this, which one? These environmental conditions, mainly we have to protect the reinforcement here, na? If you wanted to protect this reinforcement, we have to maintain this sufficient amount of this cover or not everyone? We have to maintain this sufficient amount of cover. If you maintain sufficient amount of cover, so that external environmental effects will not damage this reinforcement. Is it clear? Is not? So we have to maintain this much cover. Whenever it is a mild exposure 20, moderate exposure 30 millimeter, severe exposure 45 millimeter, very severe exposure 50 millimeter, extreme exposure condition 75 millimeter, right? So you have to maintain these much minimum nominal covers, right? Minimum nominal covers we have to maintain. Nominal cover should be greater than this, greater than or equal to this, right? So for main reinforcement up to 12 millimeter diameter bar, yes, M30 exposure to seawater RCC, yes, that is 30, right? That question was asked in many number of times, na? Yes, Yuvraj, right? So when 12 millimeter lesser than or equal to 12 millimeter diameter bars are there, na, with a mild exposure, the nominal cover may be reduced by 5 millimeter. Mild exposure means no problem. Whenever it is a no problem and diameter of this bar is also lesser than 12 millimeter, you can take which one? You can take this as which one? This is 15 millimeter also, right? You can take this value as 15 millimeter also. Okay. If what condition? If the diameter is what? If the diameter is lesser than or equal to 12 millimeter. The diameter is lesser than or equal to 12 millimeter. This mild exposure minimum 15 millimeter also cover you can maintain, no problem, right? Next. Unless specified otherwise, actual concrete cover should not deviate from the required nominal cover by plus 10 millimeter, right? Should not. So means what is it you can say? What is the deviations allowed you can say? What are the deviations allowed you can say? 0 to which one? This plus 10 millimeter, right? You can, what is the meaning of this you can say? Negative deviation is not allowed. Have you observed this? Minus 10 millimeter is not given, right? What is the meaning of this minus 10 millimeter is not given, minus 5? Are you supposed to provide cover in any way lesser than these values? It is by mistake also covers should not be lesser than this, right? You can provide higher value up to 10 millimeter extra, you can provide, no problem, but you cannot provide even a 1 millimeter lesser than these values also, it is not allowed, right? Now you understood how much important that cover is. For exposure conditions is severe and this is very severe, reduction of 5 millimeter may be made where the concrete grade is of M30 and above, right? So severe and very severe, and what you can take? So this is a 40 millimeter and this 45 millimeter we can take when if if what is the FCK, you can say that FCK will be greater than or equal to which one? This is 35 MPa. If concrete used is of greater than or equal to 35 grade, M35 grade, then we have to go for this, right? Is that clear? Is that clear, everyone? Clear, everyone, these values, right? So this you take it as these node points. First node point, second node point, and third node point, and these are the covers. What is the purpose of these covers? To maintain this durability only, no? To maintain the durability only, right? Is not? Note it and tell. Monday we'll be doing questions in this concrete. On concrete only we are pending the questions, na? So no, remaining all we have done questions, right? Up to aggregate reinforcement. Only on the concrete we did not do the questions, right? On the concrete we'll do the concrete. I think reinforcement also we did not do the questions. Reinforcement have we done? Yeah, reinforcement we have done questions. That figures I have given now. Okay, 150 millimeter sacking. Yeah, reinforcement we have done. Only on the concrete we'll do the questions on which one? This is Monday. Tuesday, design, working stress method of design we'll do. Okay, just 1 or 2 classes will be over for working stress method. 2 classes for limit state method of design. That's it. Okay, one or 2 classes for which one? Bond. Like that it will be over, right? Only first chapter is taking lot of time. Note and tell me of you. Done, everyone? Now what will happen? So have you observed this right side one? How much cover this fellow has provided? Very chota, small cover that fellow has provided, na? So that what will happen? Whenever this bottom patches are coming down, na, this is very small cover it is provided, right? This is a concrete will be subjected to which one? This is a corrosion easily, na? Sorry, reinforcement. Reinforcement steel will be subjected to this corrosion easily, na? So it is better we have to maintain this a sufficient amount of cover, or not? Definitely. How can you maintain this cover, right? This kind of this blocks or this sheets will provide, na? Yes or no? Do you remember this? This kind of this blocks or this sheets will provide and will maintain this cover, right? Have you observed? So this is your bottom formwork plate, and you provide these blocks. Those blocks must be corresponding to the cover, and you place the reinforcement bars above. And now what you do? You place the concrete. After placing the concrete, you can remove these blocks. So that what will happen? Or you can keep the blocks also. There is no issue, right? So that what will happen? This cover will be maintained, na? The sufficient amount of cover, uniform cover will be maintained throughout this slab, na? For beams also you can do the same. Got it? Now, minimum cement content we have mentioned there. Maximum cement content, how much we have to go for? Maximum cement content, not including fly ash and GGBF steps, right? So not including any physical any mineral admixture, how much it is? 450 kg per meter cube, right? This is the minimum cement content we have to maintain. 300, 300, 320, 340, 360, and this is a maximum cement content we have to maintain, right? Whenever you are designing, you have to ensure the cement content should be between that one and this one. Okay, great. We just note this value and tell me. Let's move to the next. Note this point and tell me, everyone. Done? close, or we'll just discuss this last point? What is the last point? So these are the three constituents that adversely affect the concrete. One is which one? Chlorides. Second one is sulfates. Third one is alkali aggregate reaction, right? Yes, na? So alkali aggregate reactants, they will also be affecting most. Na? Increase the rate of corrosion to steel. Chlorides will increase the rate of corrosion to steel. Due to this reason, chloride content in the admixture is tested separately. Sulfates, excessive amount of this water soluble sulfates, means expressed as SO3, which are soluble in sulfate. So the sulfates which are, if they are soluble in this water, what will happen? They will become this H2SO4 now. Sulfuric acid they will create or not, can cause expansion and this disruption of this concrete. That is very dangerous, right? Alkali aggregate reaction, when some alkali aggregate reactions are there, so these aggregates will be reacting to these alkali materials. What happens? Some aggregates containing the particular type of this silica may be susceptible to attack by alkalis, Na2O and K2O. These are the alkalis, right? If that aggregate is having a kind of silica which is reactive with this, the properties of this aggregate will change. Once the properties of aggregate changes, properties of concrete also changes or not, and originating from cement, producing an expansive reaction which can cause a cracking and a disruption of this concrete, right? So sulfates and alkali aggregate reaction will cause expansion of this concrete, that will increase the size of this concrete, okay? So because new products are created because of these reactions, when a new product are created, expansion will occur, so cracks will happen, right? Is that clear, everyone? These things. So we'll be closing this, right? This is the story of concrete, you can say. Okay, Monday we'll do questions only. Just after writing 2 note points are left, we'll write these 2 or 3 note points. After that we'll go to the questions in Monday. Done, everyone? Clear, all of you? Regarding the concrete, everyone, only for RCC point of view, right? What is that designs point of view? Which one are useful? We have discussed, na? Clear? 15th slide once. This is slide. Yeah, 15th slide, actually this is also same thing only. Yeah, this is also same only, right? This is the same minimum nominal cover, already have mentioned there, na? So that is why I did not stay on this slide actually, okay? Because we have written this separately here, na? We have written this separately and those points also we written here, right? It is there here, na? So that's why I did not go to that table. Done, everyone? Shall I close the session, all of you? Right, I'll be closing the session. So next class will be on which one? This on Monday you will be having, right? On Monday. So on Monday, what is it you are having? At this 8:30 a.m. we'll be having the questions, right? That PYQs or MCQs. Okay, same at which one? This at 10 a.m. So this is for which one? This is RCC SSC JE. Okay, so this is your GATE and ESC so GATE and ESC, which one? GATE and ESC contouring PYQs will be having. Okay, GATE and ESC PYQs contouring. Okay, like that. So shall I close the session? I'll be closing the session.